back together playing soon, but until then, hopefully this video will be a little bit about helping you out with your concert F scale 2 octaves that we're going to work on for next week. Okay, so a little kind of head start here, getting you ready for that if you would like for next week. Okay, so you can take a look in the back of your book on that page 44 is where you're going to find the music for that 2 octave scale. I also have hopefully attached a picture of it for you, and I've written in some of those higher fingers and positions for you just in case, and we'll talk about those here too, but hopefully you can see those pictures. If not, let me know and I'll try putting them in a different format for you, okay? Alright, but first of all, remember for your F scale we only have one flat, so that means you have to remember throughout the scale that we have the E naturals going on. Okay, so don't forget and accidentally play E flats on me. You've got to make sure you play those E naturals. Okay, so hopefully the first octave you still remember that from when we did your F scale like last semester. Just again, remember E natural 2. All right, so mainly I'm going to be talking about your measure 2 and 3 with those high fingerings there at the top. You may just want to practice positioning those a few times till you feel really comfortable just moving through those, maybe like the top 4 notes, the C, D, high E, and high F. Okay, get really used to those slide positions and the fingers before you try to play it so that you don't, so that we can start to eliminate some of those mistakes early on. Okay, all right. So remember, your high C, tubas and Tegan, is going to be 1. D is going to be open. It's a high E natural, so it's still 2, and then the high F is open again. Okay, so C 1, D open, E 2, F open. Okay, practice that going up and down. So C, D, E, F, then coming back down, E, and then D, C. Okay, I just want to practice that a couple times so that you get used to that. Trombones, your high C is 3, D, go back to 1, high E is 2, high F is 1. All right, so C, D, E, F. Alright, so again, you might just want to practice those a little bit. Okay, the other thing is that those notes are going to be pretty high. Okay, so once you have those positions down, you got to make sure you're still using really good fast air as you get up to those, as you approach those high notes. And again, make sure that everything here is nice and looks good, feels good. Remember, Mr. Heisen said even as you get up to those high notes, your corners can even go in a little bit more so that we can get that aperture really tiny. Alright, but don't back off on your air too much or those high notes won't happen. Alright, so let's do a little finger version here. Again, sorry, I have my trusty bassoon to kind of finger through with you and play with you at a couple different tempos that you can play along and practice with if you'd like. Okay, so we're going to start off kind of slow-mo at 40. Quiz tempo is going to be at 60, which might actually help you with your air and being able to make it up to those high notes without having to stop and take a breath and resetting that embouchure. But let's start off kind of slow for your positions, okay? Alright, so let's say and finger first. Here we go. 1 and 2 and fingers. Here we go. It's F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Keep going. G, A, B flat, C. There's your D, high E, F. Back down. E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F. Keep going. E, D, C, B flat, A, G. There's your back down to low F. Okay, did you remember the E naturals? And A naturals too. Okay, so don't add in any extra flats or anything. Okay, alright, if you still need work, maybe you can rewind my video a little bit, try to finger that again, or pause it, okay, and work on that a little bit more on your own so that you feel really comfortable. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and do a playing version so that if you'd like, you can try playing along with it. Okay? Alright, so let's try our F scale, 2 octaves. Down, up, ready, and breathe. fine. Work it out on your own a little bit. I know those high notes can be tricky. Fast air, good embouchure, and right positions, of course. Okay, now let's bump it up a little bit. Let's try it at 50. Position with me. Down, up, position. Here we go. It's F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D high, E high, F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F. One more thing, you might want to try not breathing up around the high, like once you get C up to F and then back to C, I would try not to breathe there, because if you take a big old breath, you run the risk of, like, you know, resetting your embouchure. So when you go back to play after your breath, it might not be small enough to make the high notes come back out. So you might want to try maybe sneaking in a breath C or B flat or C. Maybe you feel pretty safe about. That would be okay if you sneak one in. But I definitely try not to do it at the very top, because it's going to be really hard to get back in on that high E natural after you've reset your embouchure. Okay? All right, but let's try playing it here. This is 50. All right, ready? Down, up, ready, and up, breathe. Here comes your quiz tempo, 60. Maybe. Nope, too fast. There we go. All right, finger with me one more time. Let's make sure we're ready. Down, up, fingers, here we go. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F. Okay, all right, let's try. Quiz tempo, here we go. Down, up, ready, and up, breathe. All right, guys, I hope that helped you a little bit with your F scale. So, hey, if you need it slowed down even more, that's fine. I just wanted to give you some options to play along with me there if you'd like to do that, okay? All right, I miss you. Hopefully I'll see you soon. But until then, don't get hit by a bus, guys. Bye.